Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and do you remember when comedy was funny? Do you remember that you would watch a comedian and fall out of your chair laughing, making fun of people, ethnicities, life itself, and being as offensive and politically incorrect as possible? Have you watched comedy today? I find comedy funny, and the humor I find in it is the fact that it has none, because it is basically eviscerated because you can't offend anybody. This is hilarious, actually, if you think about the morons that come out and announce that they're comedians and who really aren't very funny. You know, there used to be great jokes about the Irish, the Polish, the blacks, the Italians, the Mexicans, everybody. There were great jokes about. And everybody used to laugh at them because they were just jokes. You know, other things I remember, think about radio. Just think of that fantastic bit with Jack Benny and Mel Blanc. For those of you of a younger age, Mel Blanc was the voice of Bugs Bunny. And they had this whole routine. And he was going to Mexico City. And there was a Mexican next to him. And Jack Benny said, are you taking this train to Mexico City? And Mel Blanc would answer back, sí. What's your name? Cid. Cid? See. Back and forth. Where are you going? I'm going to see my sister. Your sister? See. What's your sister's name? Sue? Sue? See. This was great stuff. But you know something? There would be some complete moron today that would be offended by that. There would be some complete asshole that would be completely offended by something as innocuous as that. Because today, nobody can say anything about anybody because it offends them. Well, screw that. That's what comedy is about. Comedy is designed to offend. And today you have spineless comedians. And comedians that actually say something that offends, they're practically chased out of the theater. This is how insane. I would like to do a comedy show on comedy to show you how unfunny it is. Take a look. Years ago, you used to have comics, and there weren't that many comics because they were all good. Now everyone's a comedian. Have you noticed this? Every show has countless comedians, and each one's unfunnier than the next. So I just wanted to think about it. I was thinking of George Carlin. Can you imagine George Carlin today? Can you imagine these snowflakes, these millennials, these righteous, political correct idiots, or Nazis, as we should call them, dealing with George Carlin? The 7 words you can't say on television? I should say them now. That would upset a lot of people, wouldn't it? But the thing is, comedy is to make fun of people. And you know something? It's great to make fun of people. It's great to say silly and stupid things. It's great to make fun of ethnicities. It's great to have some fun at another's or your own expense. That's important. But you know something? There's a hierarchy of comedy. If you are a white, straight male, you can't make fun of certain groups. However, if you are a white gay male, you can make fun of other groups. However, if you are a straight white woman, you can make fun of a number of other groups since you are oppressed. Also, if you are a black woman comedian, You can say anything. If you're a black male comedian, you can say almost anything. If you're Hispanic, you can say almost anything. That's how pathetic comedy has gotten. It has a hierarchy. It has rules of engagement. It has the Queensberry rules for all intents and purposes. And by doing each one of these rules, each one of them makes comedy unfunnier. I'm having a field day. I was sitting here today, and I just happened to think of Jack Benny, and I was thinking of I Cid, saying, why don't we do this today? And as I thought about it, I said the nutcases would come out. The political correct Nazis would come out because they would be offended. And today, people are offended for everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell a joke. Have some fun. Make fun of yourself. Make fun of another group. There used to be an old adage, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And that's what humor and comedy is all about. Maybe it's time for this whole world to sit back and let out a good belly laugh and make fun of each other again. That's what it was all about years ago. What do you think? I'd like to hear. And by the way, before I end this whole little statement, if you like the channel, please subscribe. Please send me messages. I love to hear things. I love to understand what people think. And I like to share things. So, have a good day.